With love and peace, it is 101 Leafy bringing you some Splatoon Raiders in the super early morning. It is really early for me. To brighten up your day, I wanted to do a special schedule today to sort of thank you guys for watching. This is a sort of time frame that people have been asking for, but doesn't really work for me. So I woke up super early for you guys. Here we go. Okay, so it looks like we have a full party already. Thank you, everyone. And we're just heading into 97 to 99. Grabbing a few gems. I believe Liam said that he's trying to upgrade a weapon. And then I'm trying to upgrade Bomb-Loons. Dude, I'm trying to get every single Bomb-Loons upgrade. New Digimon episode was good. I just watched the new Digi. Is what I was doing before the stream. T and Digimon. It's getting intense, dude. Here we go. Okay. I saw someone ask, did you buy the DLC for grinding for Digimon? No, it's like easier to level up without the DLC. I don't know. Just my opinion. People ask, why don't I use Zipliner for the tank? I don't really feel like it's necessary. And Zipliner disables you for, you know, half a second or whatever. Which Blast Boot already does. Okay. Ba-da-bow-bow-bow. All the weird sounds in the Salmonid songs, to me, it feels like if you were summoning a Salmonid with a Yokai Watch. Summoning. Like all these weird honking noises and stuff, you know what I mean? Here we go. I love the music in this game. All of the bass music, all of the deep cut music is amazing. The second credits have the best song in the whole game. They really held out on us. Here we go. Spawn the Salmonids faster. We can kill them faster. Come on. Second credit song gave you Disney vibes, Brian Kane? Really? Go. I had to give my hands a rest yesterday. Repetitive strain, guys. It's not a joke. Here we go. Guys, I watched Ribbon Hero on Netflix. They just released it. I was looking forward to it. The story was like, okay. It was like super generic. It felt more like a Zelda game story than a movie story. But the animation was really pretty. So, give it a watch. It's kind of just like Big Bad Monster and she's got to kill it. That's basically the story. Pop them. Okay. So do you guys want to see me get to 700 today? Or just grind multiplayer? Tarprella? I want the fire rate Primo for that. But we don't have it. It's 2:44 where you are. It's 4:30 where I am. Great run. We gotta go tactical tank for the, you know. Dice Goblin, it's 11 a.m. for you. I was hoping it would be something like that for you guys. How to deal with fish sticks with my build. Brian Kim, I will show you. Great question. So I came up with a 1-2 combo where I blast boot and then I jump bomb off of them to kill them. That stopped working because the fish sticks are tanky now at level 300. Floor 650. Salmon at level 300. The fish sticks start feeling like they want to be tanky. And so they have like 200,000 plus HP per fish. So now I take explosion damage 100% up on the blast boot. So it deals like 160,000 when I use it. That seems totally unnecessary in most scenarios, but the fish sticks are freaking slowing me down, so whatever. I know I say to focus on utility over damage in my video, and that's absolutely true. But sometimes you want to go for damage. I mean, something else I say in the video is that it's good to switch up things when you feel like it. You're constantly bouncing back and forth as you level up your character. Liam, are you ready or what? We're trying to hop back and forth. Just like straight back into the stage here. So if you want to do a multiplayer grind lobby, guys, let's try to focus on getting back into the stage as much as possible. And not spending time scrapping stuff in between rounds. Here we go. Oh, right. I'm low on ink with the spell. Okay. Big explosion. Get him. Already special? That ain't too bad. Whoa, 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 whoa. That is. Okay. Watch out. There it is. Okay. Awesome. Oh, someone disconnected. That's not good. Guys, if you disconnect, double check your internet. And if you disconnect multiple times, I'm going to ask you to please not reconnect to the lobby. Because I never have disconnect issues in this game. It is not like Splatoon 3. Splatoon 3 was super unreliable for just about everybody. If you are having consistent connection issues with this game, it is likely your internet or like your settings and how they're interacting with your Switch 2. Ooh, who keeps dying? Whoever, sorry, you know what? I'm going to do solo for now, guys. Yeah, I think that was Liam. Liam, I'm going to have to ask you to leave the lobby. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but it feels like this was happening last time when you tried to play with us on 97 to 99 too. I think you need to practice it solo before you can rejoin our lobbies. I'm really sorry. I'm really, really sorry. Just give it some solo practice, okay? Like, there's nothing we can do if you use all our lives and it ends our round for us. So you got to practice it yourself. Everybody else can really easily do it. So. And guys, if I ask you to leave, then you got to leave. I also mentioned that we weren't going to scrap in between rounds, and that's what the game says that Liam is doing. So I'm going to remake the room. We can try one more time, guys. Well, it wasn't Dice, Brian. It wasn't Dice. It was just Lamb. So if Dice wants to play again, I might do it. Okay. Here we go. Let me see if I can take anything. We should be fine. Yeah, let's do a few rounds here because I kind of want some gems. Okay. Oh, jeez. Go. Fire that out. I gotta take ink recovery or something with this. I'm trying to get the tactical gadget upgrades, but I don't really have a build that I like with tactical tank. Okay. Okay. Tactical feels underpowered compared to everything, says Brian. That went so much better. It's not even funny. Okay. Great job. Shiver. Bot jump. I forgot you always have bot jump for the slow fall. You don't need gadgets for that. That's pretty useful. Tactical on the target demo? How did that feel? What did they give you? KG, what's up? You're close to floor 100, or we are? We just grind this floor because it's really good. I made a video about it. If you're getting close to floor 100, congrats. Yeah, okay. We haven't died yet, so good. It was a mix of the tutorial levels with the tanks added for demonstration. Okay, but what was the kit that they gave you for the tank was kind of what I was asking. Like, what do they even give to demonstrate tactical tank? If they didn't give you the torque screw, they messed up. You're not close, you don't have the game or the console. I'm at floor 671. We just grind 97 to 99 because it's the best grind in the game. Go. Okay, by the way, let me know how the balancing is. This mode is like ridiculously loud, and I felt like it was way too difficult to hear me, so I tried lowering the game. But then somebody said the game was too soft in the new stream. So just tell me how it is, honestly. Is there infinite floors, SKG? It's like, it goes to 999. And then there's not really a need to scale past after that. There are certain ways to increase your weapon damage, like doing the upgrades and stuff, but once you do that, you can't push past it. Outside of leveling your character to 999. So it kind of makes sense that the floor stopped going eventually. Oh, we got to do the arcade games. I never know when you guys want to see me do that. I'm actually pretty good at them. I just haven't locked in. For the true 100%. We're going for true 100%, which in my eyes includes all gadget upgrades. All parts and all part upgrades. You'll join the next grind? Let's go, Brian. I'll open the room. The only rule really is you gotta be able to handle 97. And also don't ghost us if something goes wrong. Low-key. Gem alert, by the way. You're one weapon away from completion? I gotta check. I don't know what my weapon dex is at right now. I accidentally sold my Primo Alpine, which sucks. Okay. Teddy says floors are infinite. What's up, Teddy? Welcome back. Mind if you join? Absolutely do not mind. You absolutely can join. I will open the room right after this, you guys. We'll get some more people in here. More people means higher quota per floor, which means more XP for each loading screen. Yeah, once you collect it, it registers forever. Ah! Floaty Fawn! I don't have Floaty Fawn. Sorry, guys. It happens. Got him. My build right now is pretty bad. I might put Floaty Fawn on the fan just to give me some mobility. Okay, sorry guys. Hey guys, let's not lie, that's not cool. And if you do something like that, I won't play with you. Okay, here we go. Watch out. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Sorry, I keep dying. I got distracted by something and I shouldn't have. I'll clean this guy out here. There you go. Oh, you thought I was throwing to restart the lobby? No, you can just head back and keep your treasure. Okay, sorry. Give me 1 second. Let me do something real quick and then I'll reopen the lobby. I just gotta do something really quick with my game. If you know what I mean. You might know what I mean. If you do, then don't say it. Because you might know what I'm doing right now. And it's best. Pool name is Leafy with a capital L. Okay, that should fix any issues that we were having, you guys, and we should be able to play now. Okay. Let me reopen the lobby. The pool name is Leafy with a capital L. Do I consider amiibo outfits to go towards completion? I mean, no, definitely not. But also, I just gotta find someone who scanned the tags, right? I have the gloop suit. I don't have the new amiibo. I just gotta find a scan to the tag, though, right? Isn't that easy? I have an Android phone. I haven't done this sort of thing in a while because I never really care about the amiibo stuff. Or rather, I have the amiibo. I have like a lot of the old amiibos. So usually it's just like have a Mario series amiibo and you just use the old Mario amiibo. You know what I mean? Okay. So we have Brian, Crispy Kelp, and O. What's up, guys? Amiibo packaging is thin so you can scan the bottom, says Brian Kim. That's good to know, but it doesn't really have anything to do with what I said. But that's still good to know. Oh, wait, you're saying I can bring my Switch to the store and scan it in at the store? Oh, crap. Oh my god, that's like mega goon tier. But that's honestly kind of smart. It's like half facepalm, half really, really smart. I'm like speechless. Just bring your Switch into the store and handheld mode and scan everything in. I was still thinking about the Wii U being like a console that you have at your house. Oh god, that's really funny, man. I'm trying before I buy, okay? Here we go. Special. How good are you guys at the crane game, S-Dice? I'm pretty good at it, but once I got the orange crates and I realized that you don't get anything for grabbing them, I got really sad and I stopped playing it. Is there any point to it? I tried to grab the orange crates and I got them, but like nothing happened. Maybe I'll just switch to Butte Blaster, honestly. Okay. Got him. Dice says you get small resources. I didn't know you got anything. Or rather, I forgot. It's the best part. It goes crazy. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Drizzler, I hate. Another? Easy, I guess. Cool. Give me more parts. Where are the parts? You thought you'd get scroll 22 from the orange crate, Teddy? That's funny. Go. Mm-hmm. Drizzler again. Gem alert. Our second one today. Love this stage. If you aren't using Dynamo or like 4K or something, It's kind of trolling to take Icebreaker in multiplayer because of the enemy HP scaling. Only kind of, though. Because if you're breaking the ice, that means you landed a shot, which is pretty good. Okay. Cool. I'll go, Can I do something for ink? Like that. Oh, the power egg collector. That's why I'm low on ink. Okay. I got a gem, yeah. We do not share drops in multiplayer. It's a solo game, so. Dynamo time? I'm thinking dynamo time. Sorry for the delay. The charger just wasn't... I wouldn't say it wasn't working for me, but... when I'm trying to grind the tactical gadgets, I need something that's a bit more unga, while still packing the damage cap. Therefore, dynamo. Also, dynamo, I can more comfortably use the Y button instead of the ZR button for my attacks, which helps with the carpal tunnel. Low-key. That's like the main reason. Hey, I did a terrible freeze there, and I'm sorry. Let me atone for my sins here. Okay, we popped him good. Shivs, go. 30-second shiver. Go. Crush him. Okay, that was super fast. Great job, you guys. This is the best grind. Okay. You. Oh, he did not freeze, really? What happened? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Huh? Crush him. Ha! Satisfying. Watch out, you guys. Drizzlers, it's the Drizzler, I'm telling you. What? What? I am so sorry. I tried a little too hard to dodge the Drizzler. You know what I mean? Like, I dodged it, but at what cost? Okay. Oh, jump. Ah, yeah. I knew that was coming. We're going to wipe. Yep. Okay. Let me swap weapons. That was bad. You know what? I can just swap tanks so that we don't have that issue. Let me just go back to this. It's slower when you're not using tactical tank in terms of grinding the parts themselves, but the actual grind goes faster because you're not using tactical tank, so. Hey guys, like if the lobby is full or if other people are already joining the lobby, then you're not going to see it. You know what I mean? There we go. This build's just bust. Specifically the bomb balloons, you know what I mean? If you think about it, bomb balloons are the perfect counter to fish stick. You only need like 3 bomb balloons to take out 1 fish stick. Okay, gem alert. Those seasoned fly fish, love it. Okay. He fell off. Got him. Here we go. Shiver. See what happens when I use a build that gives me infinite ink? It turns out it's a lot better than using a build that requires me to recharge ink like a normal Splatoon game. Whoa, crazy fry, that was awesome. Really nice fry. That cleaned up, man, whoever did that. Great choice. Okay. Okay, Brian's gonna rotate out. Someone else can rejoin. We are going to open recruitment if anyone wants to join the grind. You just gotta be at 97 to 99 on the floors, and, you know, dying's okay at some point, but, like, if you consistently consume all 6 of our lives multiple times when we're playing, then you're going to be asked to leave. Sorry. I think that's a decent in-between, right? But don't worry. Stupid deaths happen. Welcome back, Dice. Let's get this going here. Awesome. And then hopefully, if you guys are just coming in, our goal is to sort of loop the stage multiple times and hopefully settle on a solid build that lets us do that. Here we go. Okay. Uh-oh. Splatted by small fry. Do bomb loons hit all 4 strong arms targets at once? Okay, perfect. Jump. Bomb loom span is pretty fun, but I really don't know if it does anything. You definitely get to use a lot of bomb loons, though. Like, if you've always wanted to use 100 gadgets in one round, definitely works. I don't know how much damage it's actually putting out. If any at all, if they're even hitting people. Some of them just go out and whiff. Spamming it as fast as possible. Okay. Demolished by bomb loons. See ya, buddy. Okay, got him. Done. Easy. Bonus strong arms is nice. It helps move the round along. Really helps move it along. Back in, guys. Back in. Awesome. Great job. Here we go. We are grinding super fast here. Definitely seems to be working. It's all thanks to the bomb loons. Huge burst of damage, guys. 60,000 damage. What else do they do? Absolutely nothing. Bomb moons, baby. Let's go. If Bomb moons had an auto cast, they'd be pretty good, maybe. Here we go. What's up, Kimmy? Sorry, I didn't post the stream on the Discord. Here we go. That old PopCap game in Sanaquarium, dude, I downloaded a collection of all the old PopCap games recently, and it's like so nostalgic. I was looking at Zuma. Why is Zuma just such an instant home run of a game, man? You open the game, you click play endless mode, and you just start clicking and zooming. Like, they don't make games like they used to. They do not make them like that anymore, man. Old PopCap games are something else. I was just thinking about this the other day. You have the taste. They were something else before they got bought out by EA and turned into a different company. Like, I'm sure that Plants vs. Zombies 2 or whatever is like, yeah, okay, they work hard on it. But it's a different team, different game. I really like the old PopCap. When I was pretty little when I got into the PopCap's retro stuff, of course. Peggle? Oh my god, dude, Peggle's amazing. Peggle 2! I was watching E3 live when they made that announcement, and it wasn't until after the E3 presentation ended that I realized people were laughing at the Peggle 2 thing. I was genuinely freaking so hyped when they announced Peggle 2. I was like, yes! Peggle 2! No way! I didn't realize other people were laughing at it. I was so hyped over Peggle 2, man. Peggle Knights? Peggle Knights, man? That game was sick. Hey, that's a great suggestion. Here we go. Thanks. Here we go, guys. One more loop. We got this. Did I get any gems that time? I don't think so, but hopefully someone else did. Here we go. Awesome. Here we go. 3,500 power eggs is the quota when you're in multiplayer, or 3,700, which is like 50% more from usual, which means the rounds are going to have more salmonids, but you're usually killing more salmonids in the same amount of time because it's multiplayer, which means I think you get more XP when you're playing multiplayer. Oh. Awesome. There we go. Did you play or like Mario Wonder? Asked Kimmy. I loved it. I played it on release, and I also got the DLC. Let me say that the DLC is really weird. For the first time in the Mario series, they have like boss rematches at 1 HP in Little Mario form, which I've like never seen them do before, which is really interesting. The DLC is kind of fun. It's kind of interesting, but it's also really short. It also feels kind of expensive for what you get. The multiplayer stuff is really cute and fun, but it doesn't feel that replayable. It's nice that they have some multiplayer levels, I guess. Here we go. Hey guys, when you're in the lobby, the quit button is always on the minus button, and there's no way that it can possibly go away. It's always there, and you're always able to leave. You can also close the game to leave the lobby. Here we go. Hey guys, this is a kids game, so please be mature if we're playing together. We gotta keep everything friendly for everyone. I really don't like hiding people or anything like that, but if you're making everyone else uncomfortable, then that may happen. I'm really sorry. This lobby's going great though. We've had issues with this guy refusing to leave the lobbies in the past when he's causing trouble. Just like straight up saying that the game doesn't have a leave button for the lobby is definitely not true, and I don't take kindly to it. After when I said this guy was dying too much, we had a disconnect in the lobby halfway through the round. He tried to blame it on the other guy and say he was the guy who disconnected, which is really lame. You can't just lie like that and say it was somebody else. When the game shows the results at the end, it shows the list of the 3 players who were in, and he was there. Sometimes people get really weird. Sometimes it doesn't appear for me during the ready. You just go back. You just click back. And then it's leave. Right? We ain't full. Does anybody want to join? Someone disconnected, it seems. He says Splatoon 3 servers all over again. Splatoon 3 had the worst servers. Lobby code is Leafy with a capital L. Here we go. Awesome. Crispy Cow, Dice, and O. Welcome back. Awesome. Okay, go for the scrapper first, is what I like to do. He usually gives something good. And if he doesn't, guess what? He's got a buddy. There's a second one. So that's going to give you a significant chunk of the round's eggs, just right off the bat. And by then, you'll have more guys spawning in right at the same location, and they'll be coming straight to your thing. So it works out. Boom. Okay. Another seasoned enemy? Randomly spawning? You spoil me. Big XP. I want to get to 600. I'm at 464 right now. Gem alert? I didn't notice it drop, guys. I did not notice the gem drop. Gem alert. Okay. Balloons. Balloons. Primo Jam Squelcher? I get so many Primo Squelchers that are not the olive oil 5-star. It's the only one I want. Sad. Okay. Shiver. Go. Boom. Okay. The explosions are funny, but I really feel like they aren't doing anything. Okay. Great one, guys. Back in. New record, 252. Let's go. Hey guys, if I see the fry icon, I raise an eyebrow because that usually only appears if you're going into menus to like scrap and stuff, I believe. The goal is to be doing these runs without making the fry icon appear between matches. So that way we maximize our time because we finish this in like 3 minutes of gameplay. So if we take half a minute to scrap stuff between rounds instead of just saving it for the end, that adds a 6th to our round. Right? For our round time. Okay, here we go. Boom. By the way, don't forget to subscribe, which I'm sure you have. And we also have a Discord that I try to do the notifications on for, too. I actually forgot to this time because it's super early in the morning. But that's beside the point. Got him. Okay. Lowest floor anyone's gotten to, asked Homer Kohan. This one Japanese player, he plays 12 hours a day. He's been streaming 12 hours a day. He is on floor 917. He streamed, I believe, 10 hours to clear 1 floor today or something insane like that. Like, it's ridiculously freaking hard, man. It took him 12 hours to advance, like, 10 floors, I think, going from 900 to 910. It's really difficult, dude. It's, like, barely possible. And I'm guessing a lot of it is just RNG in terms of what floors you get. Like, some floors are probably possible on that level, and some floors are probably just not possible at that level because they didn't really care. Like, the developers. The whole point is that it gets harder and harder until you get bored, right? I originally had someone tell me that there was a guy who got to 999, but I kind of think they were pulling my leg over that because a few days later, we've yet to figure out the source of that claim, and it really feels like this UR guy is the highest one. Zypher, what's up, man? You love how I play? Oh, thank you. I actually made a 40-minute guide where I walk you guys through the intricacies of every part about this build and why I made the choices. So if you're curious, check it out. The balloons are obviously not a part of the build. They're kind of something we're trying to get all the gadget parts, right? So if you're grinding, you got to be using the gadget in order to get the parts, or you got to be using the tank. Balloons is technical tank, and we're using speed tank, so we got to be using it. You know what I mean? Here we go. Okay. There we are. That's what we have right here. Had the eggs, just gotta grab them. Okay. What was that? 5-star looked kind of good. 5-star roller. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Head back in here. Oh, is the fry also when you're getting the results? When you're getting your results, does it show up as fry? Because I tried to rush to test that. I was kind of curious. I rushed the menu to see if you would all show up as fry, and you did. I think if you're looking at your results, you also have fry. Dice says, I think so. Yeah, right? Great videos. Thank you. Appreciate it a lot. Primo soapy splatter shot. Oh, that's not that great. There we go. By the way, guys, a tip I suggest for multiplayer. Either go Charger 4K, Dynamo Roller, or don't use Icebreaker. Okay, there we go. Because I like to try and one-shot the fly fish here. And sometimes my ice gets broken. Okay, thank you. You were reaching a floor 800 buffet build. Your Splatana deals 1.2 million with Icebreaker. That's not too bad. But I'm usually dealing like 3 million plus. If you can still one-shot the enemies, go for it. If you aren't one-shotting, I usually still can. How about that, if that makes sense? It looks like we have 2 chargers is mainly why I was saying it. One time we had a 4-charger lobby. That is not mandatory, but it was going crazy, man. What's up? Triple S rank, Hyper Beam, streaming at 6 a.m. Yup. It was a common request, so I woke up early today to do it. You're not at 300 yet, Teddy? Okay. Yeah, I saw this one Japanese player at 800 with Splatana. Is that the build you were looking at? I forget who it was. You almost have my build? Good. Okay. That was quick, dude. Well, there he goes. Squid attack? Good squid attack strat. I made a video about one-shotting strong arms no matter how high his HP is using squid attack. It actually works. Go. Go. Be down. Okay. I want Bomb Loon travel speed for the long range proc. What's up, David? Great to see ya. Okay. Weapon stash is getting crowded. You gotta scrap some stuff or there'll be nowhere to put them. I can do another round. We'll scrap real quick after this. Okay. Almost done here. Easy. Good morning, Double S Strength BZ. Great to see ya. How's it going, everyone? Good morning. Cactus, what's up? Welcome back. You're still searching for a Primo charger? Technically, I'm still searching for a Primo Alpine because I got two and I sold them both. I sold the second because I had the first, and then I accidentally sold the first. Go figure. You want Primo Blaster, BZ? It's really fun. I find that it gets difficult on the ultra-high difficulties to play close to the enemies. But honestly, that's so late in the game, and it's so disconnected from the rest of the game's content, I don't think it's super relevant. Big Man says you haven't seen one, even like a 4-star? That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, that happens for some of them. For the Tartbrella, it's like that for me. But I think I got a 4-star recently. Yeah, Sunku made the Yokai 3 lyrics. I've told you guys this before. Also, Sunku did Ryusei Boy, which is why the robot song is so good in Rhythm Heaven Groove. Because it sounds just like Ryusei Boy from Inazuma. Seriously. If you go listen to it. Here we go. Sunku is a celebrity himself in Japan, is the thing. A lot of international fans of Rhythm Heaven don't realize that. They're like, wow, how did they get Otto for Rhythm Heaven? And it's like, no. It's that Otto was lucky to be chosen by Sunku for Rhythm Heaven. That's literally how it is. Sunku's just that goated, yeah. Absolute legend. Gem alert. The old voice clips of his in Doki Doki La La La, or whatever it is. Really cool. Oh, I got a scrap. 1 second. Gem alert, let's go. Okay, quick scrap, guys. Really quick scrap. Fry's gonna beat my ass here. 216 weapons. Scrap alert. 111,000. Scrap alert, dude. Crazy. Okay. What do gems do, asks Zy4? Great question, Zy4. Gems are required for all of the late game upgrades. That's why I did a dedicated guide on grinding the gems. Because every single upgrade that you need, whether it's your weapons or your gadget parts, requires gems. And a lot of people simply do not understand the math behind gems. And I don't necessarily blame them because they aren't as far in the game as I am. But I've tried to explain this in videos, and sometimes people will debate it because they are earlier in the game than I am, so they don't understand how important gems are. The truth is the game is like mathematically calculated to make it so that no matter how many crystals you get, you will still get restrained by gems in the end. It looks like we have more than enough crystals at 1.2 million. But the reality is this is barely enough for one weapon, and we don't even have half as many gems as we need for one weapon. So that's why you want to grind gems and crystals and XP and weapons at the same time. Is it worth using Primo Toy Shark as Teddy? Yeah, Primo Toy Shark is really fun, and the range allows it to play the Airborne Sky build better than Butane Blaster, while also utilizing long range if you really stay far away. Yo, that part's kind of hard. Yeah, happy to explain, guys. It really feels like I have more than enough crystals when you see the 1.2 million. But trust me, we've been specifically trying to grind for gems, and we actually still don't have enough crystals or gems. But eventually you'll need 3 gems per upgrade and only 30,000 crystals. At that point, the math is that it's harder to get the gems no matter what. And you want to just be passively getting the crystals while you go for gems, if that makes sense. The more games that you play with this type of grinding, the more it makes sense. This is kind of like some people's first game like this. But a lot of these structures are pretty similar across games. So like Fantasy Life I had this system where you could craft armor, and then the armor could increase your item drop rate. But you had to get your character to a certain level before you can make the drop rate armor. In this game, the drop rate for stuff increases with the enemy level, the drop rate for gems and stuff. But you have to make your character stronger to even get there, right? So for a bit, you're going to feel like you need more crystals to level up your weapon. Because max, you're really going to need 10 gems to level up your weapon, with 5 more coming for that final 1 level. So really, it's 10 gems. So I get that it feels like you don't need that many gems, but if I tell you that it's over 48 gems per gadget to upgrade each gadget, and you have 3 gadgets per build and 15 total in the game, that's when you realize that the gems are getting crazy, man. Because there are like 15 weapon types that you're going to want to be upgrading. That's 150 gems, or like, you know, 300 if you really want to go crazy with that final level. I'm probably doing the math wrong there, sorry. For the gadgets, it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of gems. You've made it to 226 with Steam Blaster, not even Primo BZ. You're going to get outscaled soon. Primo for Steam Blaster doesn't do that much. It slightly increases the range of the explosions. Your DPS is going to be a bit sluggish as the enemy HP goes up. But you should be fine till around 400, honestly. Are you using Explosive Ferment? If you're using Explosive Ferment, then you're going to be able to last longer without switching weapons, because that's a really good skill. And Blaster works well with it because the damage from Explosive Ferment actually scales with the max damage of your weapon, guys. So the best users of Explosive Ferment are 4K and Dynamo Roller, with Blaster following up shortly. Same with Stringer and Splatana. Stringer's one of the best, with Splatana following up behind it. Hey guys. We need like a fry or something. How early can you access Coma Nomads? Don't you need like chapter 8 or something? I did it on stream like years ago. If you go look for it. Just go find the stream, I did it. Okay. Great job, guys. Gonna change real quick, okay. You're on chapter 4? Yeah. It's like the second time that... It's after you get the blaster, dude. Go to Yokai City after you get the blaster, and you should be able to get the Coma Nomads, honestly. Guys, you know the most expensive game on the 3DS? I bought it physically day one, and I told everybody to get it, and I told them it would be expensive one day. I have the craziest info on this channel. That's why the government can't let my channel get too big. I tell people crazy information. Why are you grinding floor 99? I made a video about this cactus, so if you go watch my ultimate spiral-like grinding video, you'll find out more. Does it go lower than 100, asked Joe? Yeah, I'm on floor 650, if you check the title and the thumbnail. The floor that I'm on is 650, with the highest floor that we've seen being the Japanese player you are at floor 917. He streams 12 hours a day. It's amazing. You know, Teddy, like I was saying at the start, the whole point of the lobby is to really head in there with one specific gear set and then do all the upgrades afterwards to be courteous to all the other players. I didn't really say it was gear changing time, you just kind of declared it. If you gotta upgrade it too even, it's really like not really the goal of this lobby. Because we're completing these rounds in less than 2 minutes. So if you guys hold us up for 30 plus seconds, then it honestly sounds like I'm whining about small things, but it does add up. Just some tips. Here we go. Go. Boom. Got him. Yeah, because if you noticed, everybody else in the lobby was instantly readied up, and we were so ready to go back in. And then Teddy was just like, gear changing time. And it was not gear changing time. It's fine. It's totally fine. But it's kind of a complex aspect of grinding. That's also why I don't like the Almond Den. I was trying to tell people the loading screens. None of the comments saying why they like Almond Den talked about the loading screens. Almond Den is half loading screens and half playing the game, and you don't even get XP from it. That's why you want to be in this dungeon here. Yeah, okay, you got a little between the floors, but I mean, you still, that's everything, right? Now, Puni, Yokai Puni is like half loading screens, half, maybe more than half loading screens. Because you got to communicate with the servers, and the servers are in Japan, so if you're not in Japan, it's slower. That's a technicality, though. What's that? That looks nice. What is that? Primo Jam Squelcher. Our second Primo Jam Squelcher today, guys. Why? Where's the Primo olive oil? Come on. Go, go. And let me... Boom. Boom. Thank you, guys. I love how his character animations change once you've eliminated a few of his arms. It's kind of raw for a Nintendo game, dude. You can actually see how much pain he's in. The bomb wounds are okay for some extra DPS, I guess. They're really funny, but I'm having difficulty accepting that they're good. I don't really know. Yeah. I need Scorch on him, that's for sure. UR's around level 950 right now, Keontae. Oh, thank you. Is the MH for Monster Hunter? He was at like 917 last I checked, so he must have had a win streak. Nice job, man. Let's go. You got this. 9991. Based UR. Here we go. Looks like we have a slot if anyone wants to play. I might go back to solo. I might do a few solo rounds. Let me try. Let's see how it goes now that I'm warmed up. Okay. Oh, pronounced it right first try. Oh, awesome. I just use Japanese pronunciation for everything and hope it's correct. Like, if you're French or whatever, you know, hopefully it matches. I think this is what we want for the build, except for the Ink Saver, which we're going to swap out for Squid Attack, so we don't get bricked by Strong Arms. We have the Go Help. Gnome Crabs, what's up? How do you join? The keyword's Leafy, but I'm going to try Solo Buffet here. Moz Floor, Moz Gimmick Floor. You want to go into the center, place the fan down, and you should be good as long as you don't mess up. Go! Ink. Steelhead not dying from the frozen charger shot is cursed, but whatever. You just gotta get into long range, and he'll die. Okay. One of the most underrated parts about Blast Boot is how it one-shots the flipper flopper zones. Okay, long range worked. Go. The flipper floppers are part of the floor's gimmick, if you were curious. It's not your imagination. 100%, yes. Just like Night Waves in Original Salmon Run, there can be gimmick floors where they really focus on buffing up a certain boss. So usually it's something like we're controlling the area, right? Oh shit, man. I had it right there. I had the egg, I just couldn't get to it, my bad. I figured the fan would have picked it up, and it didn't. Like I said, you have that floor if you play it well. I didn't grab the egg with the fan when I should have. Is there a negative outcome when using close combat and long range? No, I mentioned this in the big build video. I do recommend it on like a few weapons if you really think that you can use both reliably. It does give you more options. It's just that you're so pressed for space in this game. It's more like a lot of options for skills. I'm very you know? It's more like if you like it, you can take it, is kind of what my opinion on a lot of skills are. Sorry, brain fried, salmon run. Beezy says, running Explosive Ferment, Icebreaker, and Freeze on Steam Blaster. That's the best choice. Great skill set, man. That looks fantastic. That sounds fantastic, rather. This is Drizzler Big Shot gimmick. I do not take kindly to Drizzler Big Shot. I want this guy here, man. Got him. Okay. You want to run Icebreaker, but you only have 66 parts. You need 90... 90. It's 10, 30, 50, so it's 90. Go! That was precisely timed. Still did not kill, but... Long line, you just got to take out over a longer course of time. He will die, man. Trust me. His HP is not that bad. I needed a few more eggs. I needed to take out that EO really quick, and I didn't go for it. I should have leaped into the action at the end. Okay. Strong arms. Let's go, guys. I've been training for this. Got him. See ya. If you're wondering what I did there, I made a video on it last Sunday. Basically the ultimate squid attack guide. Yeah, really cool strong arms instant kill there. We're at level 671, so crazy problems require crazy solutions. What else can we say? Okay. Damage reduction field went crazy there, man. From the fan. I run 45% damage reduction because it gives me over 5,000 effective health. There's some situations where you just gotta tank an attack if you want to speed things up. It's like, well, I don't want to put myself out of range for this hit. Now, don't be irresponsible. Don't say that you have to do that when you don't. Okay. He's almost dead, man. Come on. Oh, shit. I accidentally reset my camera. I have it mapped to GR, and sometimes I accidentally hit it. Got him. That was nice and quick. Moss can damage Sling. Got him. God, he has so much health. Oh, I got hit by the small fry out of the Moz range. Are you kidding me? It's a lot of Moz. We're working with a 24 quota here, so I don't know if we're going to make it, you know? Yep. This map seems familiar, Korax. That's because the deeper you go, once you go past top 100, they just start repeating the maps, and they make it harder. Are gyro controls a must? Asked Zyfor. Have you ever played Splatoon? I pre-ordered the original. I've played all of the Splatoon games day one. And let me tell you that the more you play Splatoon, the more you understand that gyro controls are sort of really, really good. Basically, the only people who are skeptical about gyro controls are people who haven't played that much Splatoon, at least in my opinion. There was this one YouTuber who made a lot of videos back in the day about gyro sucking, and he's honestly notoriously bad at games, but a lot of people fell for those videos, and they kind of spread around that misinfo. Gyro is super, super good. All the best players use gyro. I play on max sensitivity for both gyro and stick here. Basically the gyro is for vertical movement, and horizontal when you really need it. And then the stick is for broad horizontal movements. And also, once you understand the sensitivity, you can, like, nudge it to help yourself. You know what I mean? You can really tell when I'm playing when I use the gyro to do some crazy stuff. You will understand that it's necessary. Keep in mind, I don't play other shooters, so my opinion's not worth much to most people. Okay, most is an exaggeration, considering that a lot of Splatoon players don't play other shooters, but... You hate using the reset view button? I basically don't use it during the actual round, dude. I only use it if I push it on accident. Some people do sick maneuvers where they 180 their character, reset their view, and then they're fine. I am not able to do that. I'm not good at doing that. I do not do reset tricks, and I do not use the reset button when playing motion controls unless it's an emergency, and I absolutely must reset my view. I'm really good at recalibrating because I'm just, like, I don't know, good with computers or whatever. But outside of me not really caring about needing to recalibrate mid-match, I generally don't do it. It's just not something that I need to do. My gyro never desyncs or anything. It's really good. It's better than the Switch 1's gyro. Primo Toy Shark or Primo Plastic? What the hell is Primo Plastic? Oh, Plastic Splatter Shot? Yeah. Because it's not glass. Glass is the fire rate. You want Primo Fire Rate. Primo Toy Shark is not only like a top tier weapon class, in my opinion, just my personal tiers, you know. But Primo Toy Shark also is the fire rate version of the really good weapon class. So. We got him here. We got the ice. You play Helldivers 2 and Arc Raiders, so gyro's too weird. I mean, you can do gyro on Steam if you have the supported controller, but I get it. Gyro's really good, and honestly, I like games that have weird and strange things that I don't otherwise experience. I like being challenged, and I like being exposed to things that I'm uncomfortable to when I play games, because I like trying to, you know, grow and stuff when I play games. But sometimes this game kicks your ass, and you might feel like you're not performing well. And if that's the case, you really should be going with what you're comfortable with, right? But I can't stress enough that you should try pushing outside of your comfort zone to learn something new with this game. Because as cliche as it sounds, it kind of sounds like I'm a freaking PBS Arthur episode right now. It's worth the time. Because if you go back and you watch me playing Charger a week ago, I sucked ass at it. Because I hadn't played Splatoon in a couple years. And obviously Charger is not my forte. But the more that I've drilled Charger lately, the better I've gotten at aiming with it. And the less I feel like I'm throwing if I choose E-Leader 4K in Splatoon 3. I have a friend that likes Helldivers and he likes playing Splatana. I know that probably doesn't mean anything, but that might be up your alley. It's like a big sword that you just beat the shit out of things with if you don't want to shoot things. Got him. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, one thing that I've always had being a part of my channel is, one, I like to get good at games and be really good at it, but also my attitude is that anyone can do it, and it's not like there's never a super high barrier. What would you say are the benefits of motion control? Ultra precise aim. You use four fingers to aim with motion control. You use, look, I'm going to wiggle the fingers. You use your left index finger, right index finger, left middle finger, and right middle finger. And you also use your thumbs basically as bonus stabilization. And therefore, you have basically, imagine the charging port as your cursor, and you use your 4 fingers to rotate the cursor. It is extremely difficult and weird for people who have never done it before. But again, I got the original Splatoon the day it came out on Wii U in 2015, so I'm very used to gyro. Splatoon didn't necessarily invent gyro aiming, but it popularized it and brought it into the masses' eyes. And it was also the first Nintendo game to use it, and then Nintendo started using it on games like Breath of the Wild. And then obviously Breath of the Wild being one of the most popular games, just period, popularized gyro. Depending on who you are, you might think that Breath of the Wild is some old grandpa game. I couldn't believe it when the actor for Link in the new Zelda movie said that he was not old enough to play Breath of the Wild when it released. I was like, oh god, what does that mean about my viewers now? Oh no, oh my god, what are they going to say? My first video was for Breath of the Wild, because I figured that's a popular game people will play. Well, it was the day it came out. It was more like, not necessarily popular, it's more like, I love Zelda, people will like Zelda. Big benefits of motion is being able to do crazy stuff like that. I was kind of screwing around just to show you. I can always make the cursor go exactly where I want it, whenever I want it to. If you can do that with stick controls in this game, I think you're the only person on the planet who can do that. You can genuinely make it go exactly where you want, whenever you want. And say, like, there's zero compromise compared to mouse. Motion really makes it feel like you're not compromising. Gem alert! Got him! I must say, if you guys haven't played on the Switch 2, I'm not, like, trying to sell you a Switch 2 here, but the Switch 2 gyro was way better than the Switch 1 gyro. I don't know why. It just feels less jittery and smoother. If you're wondering why I wait to shoot people sometimes, it's because I know they won't die without being in long range with my 48% long range damage bonus. But some of these guys are kind of fragile, and it's fun. Like, that guy's a fat ass, right? There we go. Or Big Shot is the official name. Same thing. There's also the thick cut salty con, who is thick with 2 C's in terms of HP. That was a terrible fan throw, my bad. Okay, let's wait for this guy. Come on. Blasting off into long range. Good strat. Okay. I should have parked more in the center. You got lucky and got one early. What's up, Akheim? What did you get early here? Still no diesel. Oh, the 4K charger, yeah. You want high octane. High octane is the charge speed. Diesel's too slow, man. I know you think you want diesel because this thing chugs ink, but look at this. It's so slow, dude. Oh my god, dude. I could read you a bedtime story in the time it takes to charge that thing. What's up, member Captain Ludwig? Why am I streaming so early? Because people asked me to. You are forcing yourself to S-rank all the arcade games, BZ? Yeah, I gotta. Oh, Primo Toy Shark. Yeah, that one's good. Alright, 674 here. Did we win or lose that? I thought I was on 671. Did we win that? Wait, hang on. Did I win? No, we lost. So I won 1 today on stream, did I? Because I was on 671 at the start of the stream. Okay. This feels like a gimmicky level. We need him to throw one more here. Okay. I hit the jump limit when I was trying to jump from the fly fish? Fuck. So there's a 6 jump limit, and the game will force you to crash to the ground. If you aren't careful, you will hit it. Seems like a useless trivia fact that isn't going to impact you most of the time, but it really does. I really think we could have done that if I didn't mess up. Usually I have a lot of difficulty hitting the quota on that stage. I think we sort of had it. Go for the Drizzler, I guess. I knew he'd do that. Where's he landing? Okay, Moss. Got him. Okay. Easy. Get around and go. Okay. Stupid guy. He's got to go. Fish stick fan is funny, but okay. Go! 24 is a tough demand, man. You saw a video where apparently a raid will automatically fail 4 hours into the raid. That's kind of funny. I guess it's a failsafe in case, like, you get stuck. Makes sense. Again, we had enough salmonids there. I just had difficulty claiming them. It's usually the opposite. Got him. Over 2 million on a basic fly fish? Can you not? Okay. We'll get him here. Big shots randomly leaping into your vision really seems like something that wouldn't happen that often, but it really does. Are you kidding me? That was tight. I'm managing to get better at taking out the double fly fish. If you can dish out 10 million using 2 long-range shatters, then you can get them. Dragon Knight, what's up? You finally got Primo 5-star high-octane E-liter, but you did waste a bunch of gems on an OG. Uh-oh. That's not good. Alright. Go. Uh-oh. This is going poorly. You one-shot everything. You're on floor 115. The enemy HP will go way up from there. I'll try one more time, and then maybe we'll do a multiplayer lobby for a bit. Here we go. Someone asked how I take out fish sticks with this build. That's how I do it. I came up with it a few days ago. The stupid Maw's armor, man. Okay. Go. Did you guys get Time Stranger on Switch, the new Digimon game? It's really good. I got it last year on PC, so you should get it on Switch if you only have a Switch. The new Digimon episodes are good. Digimon as a brand had its highest recorded profit since Digimon Adventure OG aired. They're kind of on top here, which is nice. They've been working hard. Shit, I hate when I do that. Okay. You definitely want it, Zyfor? Super fun. You can make any of the Digimon good. What Blast Boot gadget part you're missing? Love, the power of friendship. It's usually inside you the whole time until the climax. Here we go. The ending for Ribbon Hero was pretty weird. It just came out on Netflix, so I guess I won't talk about the ending, but it was kind of weird. I loved the character designs, though, for Ribbon Hero. They were amazing. Oh yeah, you might be missing the, there's an 8 cost and there's a 3 cost 5-star SSBZ. You're right. So there's an 8 cost and a 3 cost for every 5-star. You're probably missing one of those. Excited for Fortune's Weave next month, Cy4? Yes. Dude, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave looks pretty good. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's so hard on this level, man. You can do it, though. We got him here. He's falling off, dude. Ah. You just got killed the normal way. See, if you mess it up, then you're throwing the round, right? Obviously. Throw means you're losing on purpose. Is what I meant by that. Sorry. Like I'm doing something silly just to do it. That's kind of what it feels like when you're doing squid attack, but I swear it's a legitimate strategy. If I'm being honest, I have no clue what the origin of the term is. Gadget boot throw, that's crafting, that's crafting. He wouldn't be missing that from the drops. The drop and craft pools are mutually exclusive. In other words, if it's in one, it's not in the other. He was right, it was the throwing part. Oh, nice, dude. Yeah, sometimes you forget to make that sort of thing. This is going terribly. Something about this feels really sluggish. The eggs did not start coming until later. Okay. $675 every 25 levels, you know. It starts to feel pretty hard. Hey, don't run away. Don't run away. What's up, Embryo? 6-7? We're on floor 674? You're right. We're stuck on the 6-7s. Thank you for your insight. What's a meta torque build? Asked Teddy. Would be cool if a YouTuber named 101 Leafy made a 40-minute video on that exact topic. That's a great question. You should check out the 101 Leafy channel. So at the start of the video, I say, why is everyone using this build? I actually got a comment from somebody who goes, actually, it's not everyone. My friends aren't using it. It's not everyone. Why would you lie? He goes, why would you lie? He goes, I'm like, dude. There's always somebody in the YouTube comments who like takes the title way too seriously, man. Way too seriously. If you say this is the best game in the title, there will be a comment that's like, it's not actually the best game. It's a really good game, but it's not the best game. There will always be someone who's gonna say some shit like that, man. Oops. It's generally believed that that throw a match is a shortened way of saying that you threw away a chance of winning, says BZ. Oh, like to throw something away figuratively. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. That's actually, yeah, okay. Thank you, that checks out. Is that another one? I was like, how did you heal back to full HP? Nah, he just has a brother. Ram, what's up? Great to see you again. You take floaty fun because you genuinely like it. I take it to upset other people. We are not the same. As you can see, I don't even take floaty fun. Oh, I didn't even grab the egg from him? I'm cooked. Ridiculous difficulty level. Oh, this one's really hard, man. I managed to kill him last time. Oh yeah, multiplayer pudding down. You got plenty of power eggs from Sparkies if you manage to hit them. Okay. It's sort of a weird gimmicky level where they want you to kill the strong arms with explosions. We had him. I didn't quite do it fast enough, but you guys get the idea for that level. You gotta not kill him till the end and then redeem him at the end with all the explosions. We were kind of playing sluggishly though. Get him there. Okay. Now, Sparkies have a few million HP now. I can hit them for 2 million and they won't die. It's kind of a problem. Now, this level is not too bad. You immediately got thrown into pudding den? Yeah, don't do that. People always want help with that one. Oh, I did terribly there. That's an easy stage. I should have stayed in the center. If you're not positioning the fan correctly, then you're going to get screwed. I would say the highest difference for this build between the lower levels and the higher levels is like if you aren't placing your fan correctly for higher DPS, then you might be screwed on the more difficult levels. And that's still something that I'm figuring out myself. Okay. Yeah. Pudding's done easy, but BZ was saying if you try to do pudding down with Dynamo Roller and somebody takes Floaty Fun, it gets really hard. And that is absolutely true. Okay. Because you can't roll over the pudding down with roller if somebody takes Floaty Fun, and then it's just super funny. Okay, guys, we won a floor there. Never say never, man. Go! Okay. Okay. Sometimes the ferment explosion will kill all of the salmonids on the fish stick, and sometimes it won't. And it's honestly infuriating trying to figure out what determines it. It honestly should not be any different each time. What is this, a freaking fish stick gimmick? Oh. Small fry gets more HP. Yeah, everything gets more HP when in multiplayer. I know you mean for pudding den, but on that note, when you're on this difficulty level, every small fry is salted or seasoned or whatever, and it's so funny because of that. Okay. Okay. The flyfish isn't too bad, but 2 flyfish is really bad. You know what I mean? I can DPS down 1, but 2 is crazy. This is chaos. It's a lot of mods. Okay. We got to the 2nd or 3rd there. Maybe. Not really. But the previous time we did. 74. Oh, big stack stinger. How convenient. What do we even go for here? Gotta take out the big stack first, but he's got a lot of health. What is that? Okay. Okay. BG says, first time I went up against a big stack stinger, I misread it as big back stinger. That's what it will always be. Oh my god. Here we go. Boom. Okay. That was a nice explosion from the Drizzler. Okay. Go. There's a second one now. Okay. You gotta admit, that was a pretty stylish fist stick. Okay! 16 seconds to spare. It's definitely a mixture of luck and skill at this level, I'll admit. Did I get a good floor, or did I play that well? Probably both. Like, again, this is a good floor. Last time we didn't play it quite as well as we could have. Okay. Come on. Okay. The EO blocking, that was bad, but we recovered. Okay. I feel like I need more gadget cooldown. What's the deal with that? Go. We had a lot of time left there. A lot of time left. 1 whole second remaining. Okay, guys. Good job. Here we go. Uh-oh. I know what I gotta do. Okay. Come on, go. Okay! We did it, guys. Lock the hell in, says Ren. We locked in for that one. That was the final floor. We had to win 3 floors in a row to register a victory and actually climb, if you guys are new to the bottomless buffet system. And so winning 1 floor is easy, but when they're randomly selecting things, winning 3 in a row is the real test. We managed to clear the 675 choke point there. That was crazy. The second floor we survived with 1 second left. You just gotta never give up is the key. I'm gonna make a room and you guys can join me. Keyword Leafy with a capital L. Now that I finally managed to get another victory in, I gotta take a quick mental break with some grinding. If you guys know what I mean. Get a level or 2 in. We'll do 97, 99. And the bombloons, guys. The bombloons. We still haven't gotten the max explosion damage up for these things. Bombloon build goes crazy. You can't say bombloons suck until you fully upgrade them, technically, right? You know, technically speaking, we don't know if they're bad. Okay, we gotta upgrade connector distance up. We have 8 gems, not too bad. But as you can see, they don't go far. Change speed. And we're already out, right? Explosive chain. Could be useful. That's not bad. Explode when they expire. That's pretty good too. Alright, we seem to be filled up here, which means it's time to hit done recruiting players there. Head straight into 97. What's up, Melvis? Glad you can make it in. That was a nice victory, too. So now we're on floor 677. Which means 8 more victories until we're at 700. We need to really think about where to put fan on certain stages and like talk about it in a video. I don't know, we're on like a random floor, like I don't know, 667 or something. 667 is kind of an arbitrary floor to be stuck on though. It would be nice to go up from 667 to something like 675 or whatever, you know? But as it is, you're stuck on 667. I'm just telling it like it is. Don't do it. Don't win. Watch out for these guys, splatted by Cohawk, man. You think you're above it. No one is above splatted by Cohawk. Do you guys like my Bomb-Loons fan? It's kind of a lot of them, isn't it? Oh, how wonderful, guys. A third Strong Arms has joined the fight. Okay. I feel like the direction that you go in as a squid doesn't matter as long as you hit them with the hitbox. Am I crazy? It more so cares about the point of the hitbox that you're hitting them with, right? So if you hit them dead on with the circle, then you knock them straight back, even if you're going to the side as the squid. Am I crazy? Or is that actually how it works? Guys, we like don't even need to kill this guy. Easy. Bada. Okay. Two gems from the crate and connector damage up. Great. You missed the room join, BZ. Guys, let's rotate and let BZ get in. He was letting his dogs out. Rem, you finally got to floor 100. How'd you like it? Pretty tricky. I'll reopen here if anyone wants to rotate for BZ. I'd appreciate it. Connector damage up, I guess. I don't really understand the build I'm going for. Awesome, he joined. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, you should try getting all the relics first before beating floor 100. I do actually suggest that. That way it feels more complete, you know? I think that's the order they want you to do it. Yeah, absolutely, VZ. Welcome. And go. I'm dealing 3,100,000 damage. You might be wondering where the stellar 100,000 comes from. Double bomb balloon action. Yeah, 50,000 damage each. Fish Stick's gonna have trouble with that one. It's not clear that you have to replay levels to get the relics because the game doesn't actually tell you that. The game tells you that you get relics at the end of dungeons, but that sort of implies that you're going to get them from unique dungeons throughout the game. The game also tells you to try replaying the dungeons pretty early, so you should be able to figure out that you get more relics from replaying dungeons, but I do agree that this game has a general messaging problem. Like, it doesn't tell you that using a weapon makes it more likely to drop. You're most likely, it's a 1 in 8 chance to drop the weapon that you're using. You can get relics from, like, the easiest dungeons ever, yeah. You can just do whatever, dude. Just loop the levels that unlock the buffet in the first place, is what I did. When I was going through them the second and third time, they dropped relics, so I just kept doing them. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. Yeah, you want those relic parts pretty early. Those are actually worth grinding out. Because you want the levels on your character anyways. Okay, guys. Here we go. If I use a 4-star roller, does that raise the chance of a 5-star roller dropping as hyper beams? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Also, the 5-star and gem rate, and I think Primo rate as well, goes up with difficulty level. Infinitely. Give me this. There you go. You replayed 49 to 51. That's pretty good. It gets you XP. It gets you resources and stuff, you know? If you consider that to not be like a super easy breezy floor yet, then it's really good that you're replaying it. Kind of what the game wants you to be doing, I think. Here we go. It's there. Great job, guys. Awesome. There you go. Okay. You got beef with the tong arm of the forearms? Yeah, it's guaranteed to proc as soon as you enter melee range. And it has ridiculous range, as well as a super large hitbox that pierces the ground if you're trying to swim. So overall, it's his strongest move. The Splatling takes a while to charge up, and it's pretty easy to juke as well. The Killer Whale is actually super scary. And then the bombs are generally his least threatening because you can jump over them. But if you're in a bad position when he uses them, they're going to one-shot you. And that's kind of why they're scary. Okay. Saru, what's up? Quite often you get deleted by him because he dangers you. Yeah, one nice thing is it's usually easy to stay in danger while also being safe against most enemies. But Strong Arms makes that pretty difficult with his adaptive moveset that changes as you change your distance from him. It's a pretty unique function. Makes him feel like an Elden Ring boss. Oh, dualies? Yeah, the taunt will annoy you for sure. Gem alert! Hey, look at that! Awesome. You. Mm-hmm. Great job, guys. Okay. You know what that means. Double flyfish as your reward. Eat up. We should get a gem from, I don't know, something here. Trust me. This flyfish has the armored core missile tanks, too. Okay, we did not get a gem, but maybe someone else did. I love that squid attack paints now. It's kind of cool. Does anyone know if there is a set version of that grid floor with the strong arms at the start? Is there a set version of that in the bottomless buffet that I can guaranteed practice the setup on with the squid attack? It's the grid map, and it starts with strong arms in the middle. If there's a guarantee for that in the first 100 floors, I'd really appreciate it if someone knows. I want to practice the setup. It's the one strong arm squid attack setup that I consistently fail. I mainly, quote, succeed it by getting him close to the edge and then forcing him off using the fan, which does not really work with him at all. He's super resilient. Honestly, knockback fan might be good. It just doesn't group enemies up for the explosions is the issue. Oh shit, man. Are you kidding me? Oh, wait. We're playing multiplayer. Never mind. I thought we were getting this randomly. Okay, never mind. I was totally zoned in. Okay. Gem alert. You got one? Let's go. The magnifying glass. Emoji. Let's go. Okay. My bad. Got him. Okay. Great job. Treasure. Awesome. Just some little gadgets. Couple gems so far, though. Yeah, post-traumatic strong arms disorder. He really does it to you. Melvis, you grinded floor 1 to 9 for the relic grinding. Yeah, that works too. Great choice. Look at the smooth fire animation in the background on the torches. Great job. Crazy bomb loon spam. Okay. Blaster, dash bomb, jump bomb, bomb loon. Max explosions. Okay, the long-range bomb loons are pretty funny. 116,000 damage each. That's kind of funny. It's not good, but it's funny. I'm usually getting some sort of 5-star, Primo, something from these big fly fish. What's up, Robbie Walker? He says, hi, lefty. I am a lefty. My name is Leafy, but I am, just for the record. You're not wrong. Toy Claw Blaster. Rem says, one problem with Bomb Loon is I can't tell which one is mine and you can explode other players' ones. Yeah, they didn't color code your stuff in multiplayer here, so I never know which fan is mine or which high fiver is mine is the worst. Because you can't tell if the high fiver is going to restore your ink or not. And it's, oh my god, it's so annoying. Obviously not really an issue for the game because it's a solo game with optional multiplayer. But it would be nice to see them fix it in response to the multiplayer being unexpectedly popular. It really seems like we aren't going to be getting routine updates for this game with bonus content. But it also does seem that the game has sold unexpectedly well with 1 million copies in Japan alone so far. Around. So we will see if Nintendo does any sort of update for the game. Or if they plan on supporting it. Personally, I think it entirely depends on what they would want to have the team doing. If Nintendo's making an Animal Crossing or a Splatoon 4 for the Switch 2, which they likely are, then they may want to transfer these employees onto it. Here we go. 800,000 copies. It was 500,000 in Japan. And I gave you guys a talk about how I had a bunch of information that said that physical digital is a 60-40 split, which means that if it sold 400 to 500,000 in physical, then it would be a total of 1 million digital. And that was just what I knew personally. But then Nintendo came out and officially said that their current game sales are 38.5% physical. So that's a pretty specific stat. It also tells us how Splatoon Raiders sold because that's their most recent idea of that stat. Also, it's worth noting that Nintendo said that Pocopia being a $70 game keycard did not impact physical sales. Personally, it's the sole reason why I did not buy it physically. But hey, to each their own, right? Pocopia Digital is nice because you can pop it open. Are you a variety streamer? I would like to request a game, asked Robbie. You know, I've been streaming for 10 years. I've streamed quite a wide variety of games. I would say the biggest thing is, like, if nobody wants to watch it, then I'd rather just play it off stream. I would say it's definitely a surprise that people like Splatoon, and it's still difficult to get streams running with viewers. So if you have a super random game for me to play, I'm going to have to say no. But if you just want me to play, like, Fire Emblem when it comes out, then I definitely can, you know? That's our third Primo Jam Sculpture 5-star today for some reason. Well, I mean, yeah, I've streamed a huge variety of games in the past, that's for sure. What's the game, Robbie? Hit me. Here we go. Extra crispy fly fish. Rem, you like buying games digitally so you can play them as soon as possible? That's actually why I bought Raiders. It was cheaper from Japan for sure, but I was also able to play it a day early, which is nice. Swapping cartridges is annoying, yeah. Robbie Walker says Burger Time Party or Battle Chess. Are those like your favorite games or something? Those are definitely random picks. I played the original Burger Time, like on arcade machines. That's a pretty common machine to find. Okay. I don't like Deltarune, sorry. There we go. Easy says, I'm a collector. I usually buy digital and keep physical sealed. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That's a great way to do it, too. Yeah. I do like the look of the Splatoon Raiders physical. So if I can ever get it on sale, you know, like on a good sale, I might get it physical for the collection. Because I do have all the other Splatoon games physically. Yes, even Splatoon Party for the 3DS. The rarest Splatoon game. There we go. Death before key cards, says BZ. That's so true. Physical cards, yes, please. Key cards, no thanks. You threw away your Splat 2 and Splat 3 box? I have never thrown away a box for a game before. Okay, like Game Boy Advance, maybe, because they're like crappy cardstock boxes? I don't know. I don't have my Emerald cardboard box from when I was baby. It's like actually bizarre to me. I'm so sorry. Throwing out the Splatoon 2 and 3 boxes when they have the reversible cover art with the Salmon Run box, Salmon Run art? Like, why would you throw that away? I don't understand. I don't want to grill this guy for it. Like, I want to target him or anything, but that is, I would never do that, man. They have the most beautiful reversible box arts on the Splatoon 2 and 3 boxes. Oh, I love them. I was dumb. I was 7 when Splatoon 2 releases, Teddy. Oh, okay. That's a moment for sure. All right. Gem alert. I heard the sound. Here we go. Robbie Walker, I did not miss what you stated about Burger Time Party. I just didn't read it aloud. If I don't read a comment aloud, it doesn't mean I missed it. I didn't really think it was super relevant to the stream that Burger Time Party includes a Burger Time Arcade Classic mode. It's kind of just like a random fun fact. I did appreciate it myself, but I wasn't sure how many people would want me to read it out. There we go. You got a Switch and Splatoon 2 came with it, so you took out the card and threw away the case and you thought it was normal, Petty? I feel like 7 is pretty old to think that throwing away Switch cases is normal, but like, that is just me and my experience with kids in elementary school back in my day. I guess we definitely had some curious ones as well. The best part about streaming is like the funniest stuff that people tell me. I am not a teacher, man. I am a real human being, and I did go to elementary school once, and I do remember what it was like. I am not a teacher, and I do not teach elementary school. Robbie, I must say, I did find it interesting. I did, yeah. Burger Time Party is only on Switch 1. It doesn't work on Switch 2. It's only available on Switch 1. That sounds really bad. I've never heard of a game like that. Most games are Switch 1 games that are available on Switch 2. What's up, Clad, dude? Great to see you. Crunchyroll? The GOAT, man? And nya.si. But that's for true ball knowers, guys. True ball knowers use nya. You would think people would just sell the box art for the game, says Teddy. They do, technically. Robbie, is Burger Time Party like the best game ever or something? I guess you never really answered why you wanted me to stream it. Is this like the greatest? Am I missing out on some hidden gem, dare I say? Dare I say? Is it a hidden gem? You guys don't understand, Burger Time Party has 15 modes and 69 hours of gameplay. The heart-wrenching twist at the end of the story. You would think that 3 a.m. is not the time for burgers, but you can find burger time within your heart at any hour of the day. And that brought me to tears. Go. The Mario Party story modes were always fun. Kind of cute. No, like when I was in kindergarten and first grade and stuff, like all of my friends that I made were all, you know, we played video games. We like games and Pokemon and stuff. I mean, honestly, most of the kids in my elementary school were obsessed with GTA back then, you know, for the PS2 or Halo. It's funny because GTA and like Call of Duty are genuinely children toddler games, and a lot of people like don't think so. Dude, you go to any elementary school, the most popular game is GTA. Tell me that's not a game for toddlers. At some point or another, like Yoshi and the Mysterious Book becomes more of a game for freaking adults because it sold 10 copies and like the only people who bought it are hardcore Nintendo fans. No, I'm joking. I think that game sold all right. I'm joking. I think it sold fine. I think it did what it needed to do. Live your life with no doubt or obstacles in your way, says Clad. That is so inspirational for a... I mean, I was basically just telling a made-up story for fun, like, as a joke. And I got such a genuinely inspirational comment. Thanks for that. If you walk in at the right time, I might be saying something, like, overly dramatic for a joke, and it doesn't seem like it. Here we go. What's your favorite weapon in Raiders? As Eric. Oh, what's up, Eric Windsor? Eric, I saw your comment. Were you also on my Fantasy Life videos or something? Because I feel like I recognize your username. You left a nice comment on my new video. Anyways, what's your favorite weapon in Raiders? He asked. I would say Blaster's really fun because you can just run around exploding everything. It's easy to recommend to people. Charger is really fun and powerful, but it's hard to recommend. And it's also awkward to use until you have enough upgrades. Charger's not that fun unless you have the Primo charge speed version, honestly. So overall, it might be Blaster. Yes, you were playing that too and watching? Well, thank you so much for coming back for Splatoon, Eric. I appreciate it. You guys gotta understand, Burger Time Party's clearly like the biggest hidden gem on Switch 1. It is essential I play this game. Here we go. Gotta level up. All right, just a second. You guys can scrap or whatever. And then we'll do another round. Just a moment here. All right, I'm back. Melvis says Raiders does not have a cool-looking reversible titer cover. Oh. Wait, it doesn't? If it's white on the inside, I won't buy it. I do not like... It has one. Oh, but it's not cool? Oh. Well, I might still want it in that case. I thought I saw it has like a pattern or something. It's just not a cover art. BZ says it has one. They did Hero Mode for Splat 3, and then they did Salmon Run for Splat 2, right? Or is it Salmon Run next wave on Splat 3? Just gadgets like Mario Kart World. I got the Mario Kart World physical. I mean, I stood outside in the rain for like 12 hours at GameStop, so why wouldn't I get it physical? They did Hero Mode and Salmon Run for both 2 and 3. Oh, yeah, you're right. It's one on the one on the other. That's why I was kind of remembering both. Okay, thank you. The art's just so sick. Splatoon still sort of has this feeling to me that it's kind of new and creative for Nintendo. I know that it's over a decade old now, and that feels so weird. I'm so proud of it for actually catching on and becoming popular. It used to be this thing that a lot of people would make fun of. I was always a believer, but some people didn't see the potential in something so unique. Honestly, with the PS5 Pro getting its price raised to $950, I feel like the complaints about Switch 2 have slowly died down. People are realizing that everything's going up in price. Dude, $950, man? My dad's PS5 broke, and he was like, Leafy, should I get... Obviously, my dad calls me Leafy. He's like, Leafy, should I get PS5 or should I get PS5 Pro? Because he was doing the PS5, right? And he was like, well, my PS5 broke. So. And I was like, well, honestly, I come over and I look at the PS5 on the TV, and it, like, looks perfectly fine. I don't know why you would get a Pro. And he was like, yeah, I was kind of thinking that too. I mean, I'm pretty stickler for visual fidelity, right? So if I'm saying that I don't think he needs a PS5 Pro, then that kind of means something, right? Literally, maybe like a week after he buys his replacement PS5, Sony releases the press statement saying that they're raising the price of both models by $150. I look at him and I'm like, dude, you got out of there like a robber in broad daylight. Barely making it before getting caught. That was crazy. You got an A on mining? Yo, great job. That's RNG. Awesome. Grab the mags. Okay. Hey guys, we reached 3,500 health. That's a pretty major milestone. Huge landmark. Yup. Okay. Where's this other guy up here? Okay. Clean it up. Got him. There it is. There it is. Yeah. Very nice. The gang. Okay. We're at 475 now? Oh, gem alert. Okay. 7. Okay, so BZ has to step out. Does anybody want to join the lobby? The keyword is Leafy with a capital L. We're doing the best multiplayer grind for gems. You can check out my gem grinding guide if you haven't seen it yet. Join the Discord linked below for updates on streams and videos if you don't want to miss. Or if you're subscribed and have the notifications on, that's perfectly good too. Great games, BZ. Thank you so much for joining us. We have Dice O and Melvis. Should be great here. Over 3,000 hours in Splatoon. Like the Splatoon series, BZ? Seriously? Awesome. I'm a little lost for context on what you're saying, but that's impressive on its own. Are you referring to when I was saying that there were a bunch of articles about Splatoon, like, maybe not having potential? Were you playing it, but you weren't sure if it would catch on? Is that what you're saying? I was, like, a little lost. You only have 1,000 total. What are we doing? You were one of those writers. Oh, that's what you're saying? Okay, yeah. I get that, yeah. I probably have an average of 300 in each title. You called it a global paintball war that would never catch on. Oh, yes! You told me this a few days ago. That was your impressions of the E3 demo. I didn't realize you actually put it in an article, though. I think you forgot to mention that part. The fact that you actually put it in an article is really funny. Yeah, I mean, one thing Nintendo definitely did was only showcase Turf War for the first year of the game being known about. Nintendo's the master of showing only a little bit of the game, so people can't really criticize it or anything. They're just interested. And if you are skeptical, it's like, well, you'll be proven wrong when they show more. Nintendo's pretty good at that now. They really tend to only show gameplay of games 3 months before they're going to launch. That's what I was saying about Splatoon Raiders for a long time after they revealed it. For around a year, people kept asking me on my channel if Splatoon Raiders is dead and why Nintendo is not showing gameplay of it. And I had to keep telling people that I personally was not surprised and was not expecting to see gameplay of Splatoon Raiders for a very long time. It's because Nintendo routinely only shows gameplay 3 months before release now. They know that that's just kind of how the life cycle of game hype. You can't maintain hype for more than 3 months, really. It's release date 3 months away, and then they pump it up from there. Go! Get him. What's up, Mighty Puffs? Any advice on doing bottomless buffet? You're doing floor 15 to 13. I always say that my main advice is if you're that high up and you are still struggling, it means that you're too low of a level. Keep replaying the levels that you can complete. Maybe super spicy levels on the campaign. And just keep doing that until you're a higher level and your weapon's a higher level. If your weapon's not level 100, that is easily... If your weapon's not level 99, that is easily your biggest issue. Okay, done. Guys, have you been watching Goodbye Lara, the new episodes today? That one's pretty good. It's like the Little Mermaid anime. That one's pretty good. It's really pretty. I like the pretty stuff with the pretty paintings. All right. That was nice and quick, guys. Great job. I love how your little charm on the tank changes depending on the guy you have equipped. They better release those as plushies. Guys, what should I import from Japan? I'm doing another Japan import video. If you guys didn't know, back in April, this company approached me. Like, you know how you need a proxy to order stuff from Japan? They were like, oh, well, if you make videos saying that our service works, we'll give you free stuff. And I was like, oh, well, everybody knows I like free toys. That's definitely on brand. And so I did it, and it, like, worked out well, so they want to do another. So what should I do for the next one? I was thinking the Splatoon weapon collection, where they have, like, the replicas of the weapons, the little mini weapons. I have a blaster one from years ago that I got in Little Tokyo, and I've always wanted more. So I thought maybe I'd get some and unbox them. But I don't know. What should I get? Here we go. Yeah, definitely level up your character. If you're struggling on floor 13 to 15, it just means you're under-leveled 100%. There's like a 0% chance your weapon is level 99. So you gotta do those super spicy mine the huge crystal levels. You can do those at any level, really. You'll be fine. And yeah, gun not level 100 yet. Yeah, so do mine the huge crystal on the levels that you can do it on, and you'll be fine. Also, let me know, guys, like, Raiders videos for the next week. I was thinking blaster builds, and then start doing the perfect gadget sets. What is this bomb loons part? Damage, damage, damage. Enhanced knockback, level 5. Alright. It's fine. Okay. He's so cute. They also have some, like, Nintendo Salmon Run merch from the Nintendo store. I got the Grisco gloves, the slop gloves, and I got the Salmon Run golden egg frying pan that makes, like, a pancake that looks like a golden egg. I got those last time for the last Japanese video. Japan import video. Whatever. So I wasn't sure if I just wanted to get more Salmon Run stuff from the Nintendo store, because I love Salmon Run. They have, like, stickers and stuff. There's mad Pokemon merch out there, too. If you guys like Pokemon, you know Knackley, the salt Pokemon? They have a ceramic Knackley that's a salt shaker. They released it last year, and I've really wanted it ever since they released it. I almost got it last time, and I didn't. This time I'm kind of thinking about getting it. Watch out. Splatted by Kohawk, bro. What is that? My bad. We won. Yippee! Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget we have a Discord linked in the description for updates. Explosion damage up 5 stars, what I've been grinding for on Bomb Loons for days now. Seriously, days. We had to get all of the other upgrades to finally get this. Okay, that's really useful, I guess. I'm level 426 plus 50. So 476. I'd like to reach 500. We are progressing for sure. How many gems are we playing for here? Someone's being followed by Moz and it's not me. Okay, now it's me. Okay. Cool. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, the new Fire Emblem looks pretty good in terms of upcoming Nintendo titles. The new Pokopia DLC looks really good, but I haven't gotten it yet because they're not done with it. The leak said that they're doing 4 towns, and they've only revealed that they're doing 2 towns so far. So there's going to be a second part to the DLC, I think. Unless they changed course, which they might have. It might be that making the towns is really hard, and they did not expect that. Okay. There's more coming in 2027, says Rem. Yeah, so they originally said that the second town was coming at the end of this year, but they delayed it to 2027. But I was telling people Pokopia would get DLC before that was revealed at all. Because there were leaks in those Terra leaks that I downloaded years ago that Pokopia would have 2 waves of DLC they were planning. With the other 4 towns that were missing. And that does line up with what we've seen so far. Whether they actually stick to that original proposed plan or not is up for debate. Obviously. For example, we have all sorts of details and artwork from a movie that they canceled and will never release. Just simply we know they will never release it. What towns are missing from the game? I don't know. You tell me. Whatever 4 towns from Red and Blue that are not in the game right now. I'm sure there is a list on Bulbapedia. We got Psychic, Water, Bug, and I'm kind of struggling, man. I forget which ones we got. Rem, you're not a Pokemon fan? That is totally fine, but I've been into it since a little before Diamond and Pearl released. Actually, I got into it with Mystery Dungeon Blue, is the exact time. I was super young, and I saw it in Nintendo Power, which my parents would get for me. And I was like, Mommy, Daddy, we have to go to Toys R Us and pre-order it so I could get the little Pikachu back. Turn-based isn't for you. Personally, everything's for me in some way. I know a lot of people find turn-based to be like kind of boring or whatever. Here we go. That especially seems to be the opinion of like younger gamers these days, for sure. There's ZA. I enjoyed ZA, but it's not the greatest game ever created. That's for sure. One boss is fought in a Blackwood. You said ZA exists, says Dice. Correct. Okay, you read my mind, yeah. I really liked ZA. The best Pokemon games are the spin-offs because they're made by other companies that are comprised of Pokemon fans. That's the truth. Other companies are literally Pokemon fans vying for the property and asking if they can make the games and getting approval. So if you look at like Pokemon Conquest on DS, Pokemon Conquest was really cool and really fun. Yoshida actually went on to do the artwork for Pokemon Go because of Conquest, right? And funnily enough, he went on to do Fire Emblem artwork too, right? Obviously. He's like the main Fire Emblem artist now. Time was your first Mystery Dungeon game. Mine too, Mighty Puffs, and it was also my first Pokemon game. Strictly speaking, it's my first roguelike, but I kind of just viewed the Eternal Forest as like some post-game side mode that was really hard. I didn't realize that it was like supposed to be the real game. That's kind of like arcane lore that you find out when you get older. That Purity Forest is like the actual game. And everything else is just like stuff that they made for Pokemon. I was like, oh, that's crazy, man. Pokepark 2 was the best. Pokepark 1 was pretty good. Pokepark 2 was just the GOAT. And then they made Pokken, and I was like, this is exactly what Pokepark 2 made me want. And that's why I love Pokken. Do you know what I will never forgive? Here's something on random list of things I will never forget or forgive. They did exactly one location test for the Pokken Tournament arcade machine. It was in New York. Obviously, I was not in New York. Apparently, the people who played it did not like it and told them that they shouldn't localize it. And so they didn't. Why I oughta fly on over there and have a friendly talk with those people. Random things that really don't matter. But funny, right? Round 1 has a weird audience, though. Like, most people who go to Round 1 are not gamers. They're, like, regular people. I hate to say it. But even if Round 1 is a Japanese arcade brand that imports a lot of Japanese arcade stuff, most of their players are still, like, Chuck E. Cheese, token pusher kind of things. You know what I mean? Like, little kid stuff. I only go there for the games, but oh my god, the freaking screaming children really put me off, dude. And then I have to remember that, like, real people exist, and the screaming children are the actual target audience for arcades. But man, parents are really okay with their kids just shouting their heads off and not doing anything about them, man. I don't know. Sorry, but it is wicked, man. Yeah, the big arms fell off. I made a video about that. Pokepark 3 might someday happen because they're doing a bigger push for the physical parks these days. And that's kind of what Pokepark was meant for. Yeah, we can do another round here. Oh, someone disconnected. That's no good. Yeah, so in case you guys were unfamiliar, there is actually what I like to call the spin-off verse of the good Pokemon games. Bandai Namco has done 2 Pokemon spin-offs, and they take place in the same world. New Pokemon Snap references Pokken. There's like a photo of the area that Pokken takes place in on your desk. Or on the professor's desk. And so I always say that Nintendo needs to get Bandai Namco back on board to do a 3rd Pokemon game so they can keep saving Pokemon. Because they like to do good shit with Pokemon, man. Pokken and new Pokemon Snap really portray Pokemon how I've always seen the franchise and seen the characters. I've read the manga, I've seen the anime, I've done all sorts of things for Pokemon. I've competed in the TCG and gotten top 16 in Nationals. I love Pokemon. Also highly critical of it. You know what I mean? I know that there are people who unironically think Sword and Shield are really good video games and well made. I like sort of feel bad because that means they have not played that many games. Here we go. I also thought Scarlet and Violet were like decent-ish okay. They run great on Switch too now. Obviously the bugs, but they tried to do something new and different, and for that I thought that was nice. The multiplayer terror raids are genuinely unlike anything I have seen in Pokemon. Again, Sword and shit really put me off, so whatever. But those raids seem pretty mechanically simplistic compared to the terror raids as well. So, what else? Dynamax was so lame, huh? I felt like Sword and Shield as a whole really summed up what I hated about the growing trends in the gaming industry. But ever since then, all I've really done is lose. Games just, like, get more and more like that, if you know what I mean. Short, easy, move on to the next game. That's what people want. Even Splatoon Raiders, it's like 10-hour game, and then the only post-game is replaying stuff over and over again as the numbers go up for a higher difficulty. Purity Forest is really its own game. Yeah, for real, right? What do you think of the remake, As Mighty Puffs? I did not buy it because, like I said, I was really put off by certain things happening in the game industry at the time. And simply remaking old stuff but making it worse was one thing that I didn't like. They really sanded off the rough edges from Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time. They took out all of the unique friend area artworks too, which was literally my favorite part when I was little. I mean, I was pretty little when I played it, so the friend areas were my favorite part, believe it or not. They also removed IQ, which when they announced they were remaking it, I literally said, let me guess, they're going to remove IQ, and that's exactly what they did. Because you can't have any sort of, like, strange or slightly difficult to understand system for people. You gotta make it, like, as overly simplistic as possible. I'm not saying it's bad if you played or enjoyed the remake. I'm sure it's great in its own sense, especially because it's pretty loyal to the originals. But they made a lot of strange changes that just made me roll my eyes and go, oh yeah, that's a modern remake, all right. That is definitely a modern remake. And so I just kind of didn't play it because I was working at the time and really busy. Hope that makes sense. The original is also on NSO, though I guess it's Pokemon Red and not Blue. So I guess I'd recommend that first. There you go. I guess the biggest improvement that the remake made is that you can get Leafeon in it, right? Can you get Leafeon? You can get Leafy. No Showstopper sampler dungeons. The Showstoppers are way too... The sampler dungeons are way too easy compared to Octo Expansion because people complained about them actually making difficult levels for once. So now we cannot have anything nice. That's kind of what I'm talking about, actually. The decrease in difficulty in the first solo Splatoon game is such a showcase of that. Great game there. You'd think that the first solo Splatoon game would really be where they push to super experiment and do crazy shit. But in reality, it's like way tamer than the very first solo-focused Splatoon experience, Octo Expansion. That's because everyone complained about the difficulty of it. Super sad. You hated Power Girl Station in 8-ball levels. I will literally never understand why people hate it either. I completed Power Girl Station on my first try, and I did not even know it was supposed to be hard until other people complained about it. And the 8-ball levels were just a challenge. That's all they really were. I'll never get it. Especially it's like Girl Power Station. God forbid a single stage has you get stuck on it when you can choose to skip it whenever you want. I didn't understand why so many people on Reddit were complaining about it and stuff. It's a whole conversation. A tough one that puts off a lot of people. I'm not a huge fan of it, I guess. What I will say is, the longer you've been playing games and the more you've gotten into them, the bigger a loss it's been for games to have been more popularized. That's definitely the truth, unfortunately. You really do have to accept that your personal tastes have to be set to the side And if you're sticking with something for a long time, that doesn't actually mean that you as a consumer are entitled to a product that you'll enjoy. If you're sticking with something for a long time, that kind of just means that you as a consumer are expected to change your taste to adapt to whatever children are enjoying these days. And they really like TikTok and Fortnite, man. If a game does not give you everything instantly, it is going to get complaints about that. Got him. Okay. Here we go. When you heard they made Pokepark Kanto, you thought they were making a new game? I mean, the Pokepark games were always to promote the physical parks, so... They never stopped making parks after they stopped making the games. They had announced parks in the past. I just saw a lot of people react to the Pokepark Kanto one as if it was a game. I guess because Kanto is also like a thing in the games? But that's more of a... Wow. Japan from Yokai Watch kind of moment. You know what I mean? We are going back in time to get Fortnite off the menu, says Red. For real. The Battle Pass epidemic must be studied. The Battle Passening of Splatoon. I was so sad when Splatoon 3 got a Battle Pass. I was like, no way, man. No way. We are not doing this. No way, man. Oh, yes way, baby. And it has a gacha. Aw, hell yeah. Maximum engagement, someone said. Very nice. How am I playing better while telling random ranting stories than I do when I actually try to lock in? What's the logic there? No! Okay. The motion controls in Fortnite are really bad, yeah. I remember trying it when they released. That was custom done by Epic, and they tried to say that they were happy with it, but they were really bad, man, honestly. Yikes. That one sucked. We did win 2 in a row, though. Not too bad. Okay. Boom. Yeah, I mean, not to repeat myself, but you can totally see a common thread just in terms of me as a gamer or creator or how I play games. If you look at how I'm disappointed between the reception towards Octo expansion and how this game's levels are like way easier and more simplified and shorter. And they didn't really have any single player levels on the you know, caliber of Octo expansions. Except that one surfing level was freaking awesome. That surfing level felt like an Octo expansion level. The surfing level was sick. It needs to be studied, dude. Okay, enough with that meme. The marina hacks in side order, if you go back to my side order streams, I refuse to buy half the upgrades. I refuse to buy the extra lives. I refuse to buy or use the continues. I refuse to buy the defense or the damage up. I thought that all of that made side order suck and not fun and unplayable. That's genuinely what I kept telling people, like, unironically. LCL, like... Fava? I mean, yeah, we have the orange ink. Now we're green. But yeah, you can see a common thread between my perception of, you know, Octo expansion versus this game's levels, and then my reaction to Sword and Shield for Pokemon, right? You can totally draw a common thread there if you're if you care enough to do that. You will understand how I perceive games. Ugh. LCL, it means Lilith something, man. Fuck. This is a plot twist in the show, just to be fair. You're not supposed to know this. This is an actual plot twist in the show. It means some poor sap's wife died and he's trying to bring her back, is what it means. That's all you really need to know. Also, he could probably be a better father. Okay, final floor. Okay. Nice. Dude, you asked and I answered. I don't know why he said LCL. I'm just saying that the only thing I know LCL from is from an anime. You thought it was short for something. The plot twist is that it is, but it doesn't really matter. It's definitely not what the guy was talking about. I'm just fooling around. The stupider crap I talk about while playing Salmon Run, the better I perform, is what we found. It's like a thing. Stupid asshole. Oh, fuck these guys, man. Dude, are you kidding me? I had it, and the double steel eel flew into the freaking... into my line of sight, and I couldn't shoot the guy I was gonna kill. There was a guy that I was gonna get. I had that. My bad. Come on, you guys. Go! Explosion gimmick floor. There are worse floors. There are worse floors to get, man. If you're complaining about this one, you need to fix your build. I'm not saying I always win this and you're bad if you lose. But there are way worse floors of what I've decided. I don't like this floor, but I've decided that there are way worse floors, and I should count myself lucky if I get this one. Like, I may not like my food, but there are starving inklings out there who, you know, they really want a meal. And, you know, at least this stage lets me eat. In other words, we're working with a 2100 quota here, is what I mean. Is what I'm trying to say. And they also kind of group up in the center. See? There are worse stages. See? There are worse stages. Spino Dino says, Octo Expansion is so good. You are so real. You are so real. Octo Expansion is your favorite Switch 1 game. It altered your brain chemistry. Yes. Peak of the series, Spino. It really is. It really is. Truly. It felt like they went all out with the level design. It felt like Splatoon 1 was so good with the hero mode, and I wanted more solo Splatoon. And then Splatoon 2 was like, okay, this is pretty good, but I feel like they could do something harder. And then Octo Expansion was like, oh my god, they're doing it. We need a solo Splatoon game. And now we have a solo Splatoon game, and it's like all this baby stuff. It's like, okay, man. Monkey's Paw. I kind of knew this would happen, but... Nintendo's not going to dry out their entire summer catalog by releasing a single game in the middle of July that's like, oh, this is so fucking hard and nobody can play it. Because Rhythm Heaven is already super difficult to approach, even though its entire thing is that anybody can play it. People still find it pretty scary for some reason. So they had to make sure that this game was like, every single sampler level is just a tutorial for how to use the items instead of actually testing you on them. It's like, okay. Got him. Easy. Big Man Splat asks, should I play Octo Expansion? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, why not? I mean, you literally have your username named after Splatoon, and you haven't played all the Splatoon content? Why not? It's not even a question. If you like Splatoon enough to make your name and icon Splatoon, then you should probably play all the Splatoon. It's like a safe yes in terms of things that you might like versus things that you might like. You probably would like Octo Expansion more than Spyro the Dragon, at least. Though I really like Spyro on PS1. That was good. You kind of accepted that they'll just never make something as hard as Octo Expansion. Yeah, Melvis, the critical reception was too much, for sure. Even Side Order without any of the hacks is just kind of sleeper tier compared to most other roguelike games. And even high difficulty Salmon Run in the same game. There are like barely even any enemies in Side Order. There are like 2 guys, right? Got him. Spino, Side Order is boring. It's really, like, there's not a lot of variation. Like, there's not a lot of variety for a roguelike. Like, I played a lot of roguelikes, man. Even the original Spelunky. I know what roguelike means. There's not that much variety. Once you play through once, I feel like you've seen all the rooms. The choices barely even matter, because you'll see all the rooms anyways, either way. I don't know. You just did 2 monochrome runs on their Side Order. I do love Side Order, but it's a disappointment for what it could be. They directly reference Slay the Spire by calling the tower a spire. They do not understand what makes Slay the Spire compelling. I will carry you through Ascension 10 of multiplayer co-op and Slay the Spire 2. Trust me. They didn't quite understand what makes it appealing. I can't believe we got a victory there while I was yapping my ass off the entire time. I was like barely focused. But doing that helps me focus in a way, I've told you guys. If I can like lock in on what I'm saying and go autopilot, then I kind of stop overthinking stuff. But you have to be practiced in what you're doing in order for that to work. Like, I couldn't do that with Charger until recently. A 1v3 fight against Omega 3? That would be sick. That would kind of imply that they're going to die, though. I like Omega 3. I don't think they're evil. That would be cool, though. Like, idle group fight. There is, like, one Splatoon enemy that was never used in the Hero Mode 1 or 2 trailer for Splatoon 1 or 2. I think it was for Splatoon 2. There's, like, this Octoling guy in a black coat. Is that who you're talking about? I don't know how I remember this. I think they used him for something later on. Okay. We've been streaming for maybe 5-6 hours now. I can't believe we're just getting this right off the bat. Are you kidding me, man? He's gonna tall and get him, man. Got him. Got him. Lucky. Super lucky break there, man. We gotta start dishing some damage here, man. Damn. I wonder if I only focused on the other enemies and I ignored the strong arms. I wonder if I did that, if we could have passed. I don't like just calling that stage a wash and abandoning it. Oh, the side order trailer had some black spikes that they never used. That's weird. Maybe they were too hard. Okay. Yeah, if you hear the sirens, that's a normal stinger spawning. Just FYI. I fucking hate small fires. Shit, man. Ah, I fucked up the fish stick at the last minute. I thought I had 2 charges of the jump bomb, and I only had 1 when I realized that it was over. Okay, so let me try swapping, what can I swap here? You know, it's really not a great one to swap in, but I'm going to try swapping in the airborne gadget. I don't want to lose the damage, but I'm pressed up pretty often. I'm thinking, what if we try to lose the long range in exchange for some general damage here? I don't know. This is a stupid idea. He will really snake off somewhere to hide. We're looking low on eggs. Okay, I was trying to kill that salivator, and it was kind of close. It was just not happening. Alright. 681. Okay. Gotta gather them here. And just burst them. Or... Okay. Got him. Natsaru has worst season salmonid. For him, it's the long line steel eel. For me, it might be that too, yeah. I consistently complain about that one, for sure. If you were to, like, look at the one that I complain about the most, it might be this long line. Bro is too damn long. Steel eel based on the Nintendo Switch 2 launch, honestly. When I lined up for the Switch 2, I knew that it would be difficult, so I got there super early. It was raining out. I was one of the first people in line. People were wrapping all the way around the building, and then the guy came out, and he told people that they only had 6 Switches in stock. I felt so good, man. You have no clue how good I felt. Okay. The eggs are over here, man. Got him. Let's go! Victory, guys! Victory! Okay. Four victories today, I think. That's not bad. Awesome. Here we go, 683. Eel. My bad. Don't do that. Yeah, Mighty Puffs, thanks for coming. Always happy to help. Those scrappers really gather up. Oh, I was one power egg short. Okay. We'll try a few more times here. 685. That would be nice. That would be really nice to see. Okay. Here we go. You cannot stop shooting. Okay. $683. Mm-hmm. That was a really poor start. Okay. My bad. Okay. 684 down. Oh, I hate this stage, man. This stage is really difficult. Just trying to get them all to come together here is really difficult, man. I think you want it here. But it's hard. Okay. I needed the Maws and the Steelhead, and they just weren't going to come in time. All right, you guys, I've been streaming for maybe 4 hours straight. It's been a super long stream. I had a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for playing with me. I will see you tomorrow with some more Splatoon Raiders. Have a lovely day, guys.